Here to help us is Michelle Singletary. She's a personal finance columnist for the Washington Post. She's also the author of What to Do with Your Money When Crisis Hits, a Survival Guide. Michelle, good to see you again. Let me talk to you about this $100 budget for gifts. Now, this excludes food for the big meal, but Michelle, $100 for everybody.
Everybody, and happy holiday to you. And yes, $100. That's right.
How?
It's based on this book, $100 Holiday by Bill McKibben. And basically, what you're going to do is just first of all, you're going to have a smaller list, right?
Yes.
And then you're just going to really think about the kinds of things that people want. Like, how often, Victor, are you looking for a charger for your phone? Right? You're just like that little small thing, and you want one for your car and your desk, and you always run things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other way you can do that is think of alternative gift giving. Like one year, my daughter gave me 3 home cooked meals, and I can invite 2 guests. So next time you're up in DC, I can make you one of those guests.
I'll be there.
All right, I love it. And then one person wrote me and said she told her mom, listen, I'm trying to save some money. What is it that you want? And she said, you know what? She said, time, baby. And so she said, how about if I help you declutter your house? Because you've been talking about that. And the mom said, yes, because that meant several hours with your adult child, because they only want to spend about 5 minutes with you. And so that means going through photos and things like that. I mean, and grandparents can take on their phone, because grandparents got those phones too, reading their grandkids' favorite story, and then the parents can play it for them if they're out of town at bedtime. It's about realizing that what we mostly want from folks is time and presence, and not the presents.
So I also could go for some metal collar stays, which aren't expensive, but I can never find a matching pair when I need them. So there are some things on the list, but you're talking about all adults here. What about the kids who've been good all year and are expecting Santa to make it rain on the 25th, and you are at a $100 budget and Santa might be on your plan too?
Well, and then we were talking about people who are financially struggling, right? And you manage your children's expectations. We always did that. My husband and I, with our children, we go, you know what? Santa's had a difficult time. Some elves didn't show up for work, so we gonna not have a lot of gifts this year.
The elves are on strike? Oh my goodness.
They're trying to unionize. And we say, come on, bring your list, but you're only going to get about 2 or 3 things off the list. And when they were little, I know you're going to fall out your seat when I tell you this. When they were little, like under 3, I would look through their closet and their toy bin and find things that they hadn't been playing with, or maybe they got a gift that they didn't really particularly care. And I wrapped it up, and put it under the tree. No. Yes, I did. No. Yes. Because listen to me, the kids love unwrapping stuff. That's like what they really like, right? And they usually only like 1 or 2 things anyway. And so that gives them the ability to unwrap stuff and have that fun. And you don't have to spend a lot of money.
And your kids must have horrible memories that they already had this like 3 days ago. But okay. So speaking of, this is a good segue though into your piece on regifting. You give 7 tips here, and I don't think I've ever regifted anything. I have a person in my life who, for probably the last 10 years, has given me a gift every year, and I immediately put it in my car because when I stop by Goodwill, I want to make sure I donate it, because it's never anything I use, but they are adamant about giving me something. If you're regifting, go ahead.
No, well, and I love that you're donating that, and that's great. You can raise money for charity and help somebody out. But like, say you're a working person and you're living paycheck to paycheck, and you go to a party for you or your child, and you get something and it's not what the child likes. People used to give my son trucks and stuff like that, but my son liked to read. He would love books, and so he didn't care about that. So some of it you donated, some of it I have a regifting closet, and you put those in there. And he's got, when they're little, they got all these birthday parties, and one of his friends loves trucks. And so you like, okay, I got a truck and a kid that likes a truck, and you rewrap it and give it to that kid. It's just being creative. And listen, we get so much stuff. We have so much stuff in our homes and our lives. It would help the environment. It would, take the stress off of always trying to find something. Then the key to regifting is to give something that the person would like. If my best friend's a Delta, I'm not gonna give her a pink and green sweater somebody
You
gave
better
me,
not.
right? I better not, right? So, but if you've got a pair of earrings that you like, your best friend would like that. It's okay. And we
Yeah.
don't have to tell people when we got these gifts. It's just and I'm not saying you're going to regift everything that you give to everybody. But there have been times that you've invited to something at the last minute, it's a birthday party or something, and you don't have time to shop, but you have something in your closet that's new. It has to be new.
Yes.
All the parts have to be there. And it's okay to then re-gift that to that person. Now, listen, I have a rule. Don't ask, don't tell. Now, if you suspect somebody gave you a gift, right, don't embarrass them, right? Don't be
Yeah.
a gracious receiver,
I have
right? And if you are re-gifting, don't put it in, a Saks box when you bought it at Costco, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good thing is don't try to fool somebody. I have received many scented candles that I know people didn't go to the store and buy themselves. Michelle Singletary of the Washington Post, always good to have you on. Thanks so much.
Listen, I don't have
All
kids.
right, and I'm willing to get a gift from you, a re-gift from you, Vic, and you know where I live.
All right, I will. All right, Michelle, I'll be back.